Hey, hey, welcome back to the Lotus 79 at Watkins Glen, race 2. This is the big one, Sunday morning race. Kinduchi is P3 on the grid, Spear P17, holy mackerel. But we're looking to move up. We're looking to move up indeed. Let's see what can happen. Here we go. Ooh, we're getting going right now. No waiting. Car number 12 for Spear.
Green flag.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, the car in front could have chosen to go there, but did not. Oh, wow, wow, wow. What?
Grab through it. Left side.
What is going on?
Side.
Every guy behind just wants to stop. Okay, so this race is going to be interesting. Wow, that I'm already frazzled. Already frazzled. But hey, we're making a pass.
Clear.
And ahead is the guy I think I started behind who didn't go. No, I just passed the guy who didn't go. All right. Oh my, things are happening. Now see, this is what I didn't want. I didn't want to be in with the pack on the early laps because things happen. As we saw in the last race, a lot of things will happen. And the idea is to stay clean the first few laps. Just get in the swing of things. Oh man! Woo! I thought it was right behind this guy, but no. He must have a similar paint to the guy. I almost hit on the grid. What a start. Was not expecting that. You know, normally if you're thinking about that, you go to the left or the right, but I was just not expecting him not to move at all. Figured he'd move a little bit. But now we're equidistant between two cars, which is not a place we really want to be.
50.104.
Yep, I saw that happening.
Keep going.
That's what happens. You get a car behind you, and he's going to punch you. And now I might get in front of this car. So he's going to punt me. Great.
Right side.
Not good. This is not where I want to be. Right in front of a guy who just punted another guy. That's not where you want to be. No, 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 Spear. Run away. Run away, run away. Well, no, really. Oh. Uh-oh. Yellow guy right behind me. Spear is ready for the punt. It's coming. Okay, so we started last on the grid. Well, we were last by the time we hit start finish. We didn't start last, but since we couldn't go at the start, we got last. What was off to my right? I thought something was off to my right there. I saw something in the corner of my eye. Maybe it was just a tree or a mobile home. It looked like a car was coming back that way. Okay, I really don't want Herbert behind me.
1 minute 39.371.
But I can't get away from him, so we're in trouble. We're really pulling away from those guys behind, though. Massimo and John, they were right up with us, and now they're way back there. Alright, so Rob is P2. Kinduchi's in second place. He started third, he's up to second. Very nice for him. Don't forget to watch his video. Assuming he's got one up. Well, it's too early to be thinking about that. It's only lap 3. It's a lot of racing to go. Nope, not a good way to take that corner. Much too slow and tight on the entrance. Although which one of my corners aren't way too slow? Looks like we're catching up with some people. Pulling away a little bit from Herbert, knock on wood. Our goal was P12. Ideally, top 10 would be best. Oh, somebody's in the pits already. Car number 18, who started 18, started 18th and last, so he's already out. He was the guy who blocked me into turn 1. I was just trying to get in behind him and he just wouldn't go. Alright, let's see what we can do against Johnny and Benjamin up there. Oh, Dario was in yesterday's race. We normally do 3 of these races each week, but this week we're only doing 2. Well, you can see Canducci on the standings up there. Robert Plumley. You can keep an eye up there. I was like, "What? Where should I tell him what position Rob's in?" I'm like, "Oh no, it's right there on the screen." Well, being P2, it looks like That's, probably not gonna. We're not gonna be able to get up to him, but let's see how we can do. Rob was adjusting his setup right before the race. I stuck with my same setup just because I didn't feel comfortable changing. Plus, this one's pretty safe. Well, generally speaking, I mean, it might not be the fastest setup, but it's generally safe. I don't usually have too many issues with it. Uh-oh. Benjamin's making a move. Did they go too wide through the carousel? Yes, they did. Wow. And Benjamin got through. Now it's my turn to try to get up there. Currently sitting P13. Cross start finish P18 at the start of the race. That long straight is a great place to pass people. You saw me. What did I pass? 2, 3? I think I passed 3 people on that long straight. Maybe just 2. Just get right behind him, get some draft, and take off like a rocket. Roberto's still the only one in the pits. He's still in there, too.
1:39.201.
Oh, boy. No stutters. Windows was telling me yesterday I needed a Windows update, and of course it comes in right during a race. I'm like, what? Those Windows pop-ups just... they wait for nothing. Got rid of all... I used to have all kinds of pop-ups, and I figured out how to get rid of all those, but Windows is its own monster. There's Roberto, he's disconnected after not being able to get repairs. Alright, so Benjamin got by Johnny, but we're not making up time on Johnny at all. I think now that he's behind Benjamin, he's getting some draft down the straight. Benjamin is pulling Johnny along. Alright. Starting lap 7. 6 in the books.
38.942.
Now remember, these Lotus 79 races are no-stop races. We're not going to make a pit stop. So any positions we make up or anything we're going to do is all going to be on track. I kind of prefer pit stop races, but actually they probably hurt me more than they help me. But I think that's just the era I grew up watching Formula One in, where pits were such a vital part of it. Refueling, changing tires. They don't refuel anymore. I don't think they did when this car was around either. Okay, so if we can just keep close to Benjamin and Johnny here, and maybe they'll make a mistake and let us get up on them.
Minute 38.488.
38.4, nice. Don't remember what my fastest time yesterday was. I gotta stay off that curb. The curb is gonna break my car. I know it is. Come on, Spear. Get them horses out. Yeah, Canducci was working on making his car faster down that straight. Of course, if you make it faster down the straight, you got to make it. You know, you're going to be slower probably in these twisty bits, either through gearing or wings. You know, any setup is a compromise of what you're going to do. And it's tough because when you're practicing by yourself, you know, you just look at the total lap time. But then when you're actually running with someone else, you need to be fast in certain positions, like down that straight. Like if you're racing somebody else, how fast you are through these twisty bits doesn't matter too much because it's very hard to pass, you know, around a corner like that. So no matter how slow you are, somebody's not going to pass you there. Although I did make a pass there yesterday, but you know what I mean. You need that straight line speed down here is where all the passing happens. Where almost all the passing happens down this straight. That was a bad lap.
Hanging in there, my man. I got 20 laps to go.
Yeah, that was a lap. That was a whole second slower than the lap before. Come on, Spear. I hope it wasn't because I went over that curb in T1. I hope this one's back in the 38s. We're starting to lose Ben and Johnny. Now, I had considered qualifying, and I was actually out on track on a qualifying lap when we ran out of time. Oh, behind me, Herbert spun Went off. Normally I try not to qualify though, just because so many bad things happen at the start. I mean, I know I'm supposed to qualify. I know I'm supposed to fight for, see what we can do, but dang, nothing feels worse than getting in an accident on lap 1. It just ruins the entire race. Although if you've seen my latest Formula 1 video, uh-oh. Somebody's in the pits. Robert Simpkins. Oh, and Adnan. 2 freebies.
1:39.347.
Nice. See, so now their races are ruined because they got in an accident. And if that happens on the first lap, it's even worse. But, you know, if you saw my latest Formula 1 race, I got in a terrible accident in that one, and that was very disappointing. I was not happy about that. You know, it's just soul crushing to get in an accident, crash out. I think about that a lot. That's why I play it so safe. People are like, you shouldn't be so safe. You should take more chances and risks and try to push. But it just feels so bad to wreck out of a race. You know. Plus, I don't know if this is my top speed. What is my top speed really? Can I actually go faster? I don't know. I don't think I can make my body go. Oh, there's somebody getting disconnected for internet problems. Craig Hobson. I think he was ahead of us. Don't hold me to that, but he might be top 10 here. And yes, I did actually pass people on. You saw the passes in the early laps, so this ain't top 10 just from all freebies. Alright, so Benjamin is getting away. He's got away. But we're still here with Johnny. Now Johnny doesn't really have the draft. Can we get in there?
1:39.022. My man, we're in good shape here. We're at 10th right now.
There you go. We're in good shape. Nothing wrong with P10. Let's get some more. Well, I'd love to catch up with Johnny. But yeah, so I'm always safe. You know, it's just different people feel different things. You know, some guys are disappointed when they get a finish but didn't finish as high as they wanted to. And yeah, you know, that isn't the best. You want to do as good as you can, but feeling crashing out feels worse than a good result feels good, I think. Does that make sense? Is that what I just said? Like if you compare how good you feel when you do well versus how bad you feel when you crash, the crash seems worse. More powerful emotion. That's all I'm saying. Alright. I don't know, we're just sticking with Johnny, but that's what we got to do. Just stick with Johnny. 39.2. Come on, not that. I don't want to go way out there. Now, a lot of people go to the other side of the curve, way out there. But I don't want to do that. I probably should be doing that. But it has its own risks going out that far. Especially when you rejoin, you might hit the grass, and that could be the potential end of your race. Oh, we just lost P11. Who was P11? John McNamara just took it. Whoever was behind me has disappeared. John McNamara was 12th and now he's 11th, so all kinds of things are ticking off back there. Massimo. He's in the pits. Where's this track? Next week, this track is at Suzuka. Run the GP circuit in Japan. Suzuka, very famous Formula One track. And just another one that I generally do not do very well at. When I first started iRacing, I was running Suzuka in the Formula 2.0 Pro Mazda. And whatever I ran it in, it didn't seem like I did very well. Strangely, I seem to do really well in the Nordschleife, but other tracks like Suzuka and Road America, I don't seem to be able to do it. And hands out. So Suzuka is just one of those that I just have never been able to really solve. The Degners, Spoon. It's I don't know. Indy cars are at Michigan. Although watching this, I know when this is going to be posted, I'll have already done one Michigan race. I might do a couple more. But boy, Michigan in Indy cars, it's I don't know why, but for some reason it's very dangerous. I get hit a lot at Michigan. And usually on the straight parts. Not in the turns, but the straight parts leading up to the turns. It's like people pretend you're not even there. They just come up and wham! Like, what? Michigan is where I had some guy block me and wreck me, and then he sent me a message saying he did it on purpose. He intentionally blocked me because he wanted to hold on to the lead. And he was sorry about it. So I really wanted to protest him, but since he apologized, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. I didn't protest him because he was so nice and apologized about it.
7, 3.
Even though he admitted to blocking me. How you think jumping in front of somebody in an IndyCar is going to end well for either one of the cars? I don't know how he thought that was going to go on, but... Uh-oh. Ooh, boy. Benjamin! Oh, Benjamin. All right. P9. Benjamin is not moving either, so I guess he's done. Whew. But yeah, so Michigan has a lot of... And that race, I'll never forget that race either because of the guy who blocked me and wrecked me. But because I was the lowest rated car in the field and I was going for the win on the white flag lap when that guy wrecked me. Oh, it was gut-wrenching. Gut-wrenching. Because the lowest rated car in the field winning a race is amazing. And instead, he was down on the apron blocking someone else. See, that was the other thing. There were two of us trying to go past him. One guy was going low, and one guy, me, was going high. He was down on the apron blocking the other guy when I was going to be flying by, and he came right up into me and bloop. So, the memories you get from racing. I don't know how I got... Oh, yeah, Michigan. I was like, how did I get on Michigan?
1:39.042.
Oh. And let's see, Formula One. I don't know where Formula One is. And I can't look right now. I'm a little bit busy. But this is week 11, next week's week 12, and then week 13. Oh, here's a shout out. If you're watching me, you might enjoy watching Glen RG, like energy. Glen, Glenrg. You can find him on Twitch and YouTube as well. He's an iRacing streamer, also some ETS2 for you truckers. He's Australian, so he's a truck driver in real life, so he doesn't have a lot of time to stream, especially not in prime times. But We have a lot of fun with him. He's got his community days coming up on week 13. That'll be fun. Last time on his community days, it was just crazy. You know, you get a lot. I guess you know when a lot of streamers come up with community days. It's fun. It's fun to have everybody in the community get together and race on the same track. So you get putting together a bunch of cars, a bunch of crazy car combinations on some weird track, and see what happens.
1:38.692.
I did a lot of MX5 last community day. It's because it was kind of safe. It's on the new tires. I don't like the MX5 at all, but it was fun to drive just for goofing around. Alright, so P9. I'm not making up anything on Johnny. We haven't been losing anything, so. I don't know. We need him to make a mistake is what we need. But I'm not really close enough to force him into it. He's got to do it all on his own. Caducci still P2. Alessandro, Rob, and Steve Sarles. It's not surprising that those three would be up there. Steve has some bad luck. Oh, and so does Alessandro, actually. I don't know. Out of those three, Rob is definitely the safest. From what I remember from our Lotus 79 races, we've if you watch my races, you see Alessandro pop in and out near me every once in a while because he has some big crashes. Of course, he's very fast. When you're very fast, sometimes you can have big crashes. That's how it works. And Steve sometimes crashes out too. Okay, we gotta really get back in the 38s. I mean, you generally don't see me having big crashes because I'm just not fast enough. It might be down partly to the setup that I tend to set the car up more conservatively. You know, Rob was setting the gearing and the wings to go fast, which is more dangerous in the twisty bits. Whereas I generally am safer and quicker in the twisty bits. Like at Spa, I had that issue. In the twisty bits, I can generally hold my own, but then you get to the straight and, well, issues. Oh no! Dang. I don't know. You know, it's getting so bad sometimes. I'm just thinking I should just get one computer for iRacing and put every other thing on another computer. Although that would be crazy and kind of expensive, but although really the second computer for everything else doesn't really have to be very good at all, does it? Email, web surfing. I mean, you don't need a powerful computer at all for that. I could actually, yeah. I was thinking I do have an old laptop. I think it could easily run email and stuff. All right, maybe I'll think about that. I got to do something about these stutters. Because if I could just make this one a game computer, right, it could be all my games. This could be iRacing and all my other games. And then everything else be on the other computer. Maybe. I don't know. That seems like a bit of overkill. I don't want to spend the money on that. I don't think my old laptop is... I don't know. Never say never. Too slow going in there, Spear. Too slow. Lost another couple cents to Johnny. Now, I don't know what happened to the button box. I thought I was getting a button box, but I haven't heard from the guy in a while, so I'm not sure. I hope so. I'm thinking of all the uses I'd have for it. I mean, if you're any really serious sim racer has a button box. You get a rig, you get a wheel, you get fancy pedals, you get button box. There's lots of buttons you need to be pressing, and you want to be pressing it. You know, so you can keep up on what's going on in the race and set things in your car, all kinds of stuff. Send messages, check the radio. I mean, anything you can think of, you put in a button box. Alright, so Benjamin, Herbert, and Massimo, they're all laps down, but they're all back out of the pits. That's good. A lot of times you can't repair, so at least they're lucky enough to keep running. I keep looking at that relative to Johnny. I don't think it's just going to be just for me catching him. Even if I could catch him, man, I think I'm going to need some help now. With less than 10, we got 9 laps to go. I'm going to definitely need Johnny to make a mistake to get him. So, I mean, we're talking 3-4 tenths a lap I'd have to make up. Unless I start dipping into the 37 somehow, it's not going to happen. But we'll try. Well, this has been a fast race. Top 3 don't look like they've changed at all. They're staying the same. I wonder what Rob's doing in P2. Because a lot of times, well, sometimes, you never say a lot, well, depends on who it is. When you're behind somebody and you've got a draft like that, down that big long straight after T1, you might just stay behind them for a while. Because you know, as soon as you pass them, then they'll get the draft and they'll be faster. Or if you stay behind until like the last lap or the last lap at 1, you don't really give them a chance to use it too much to get back at you. So Rob might just be biding his time there. Wouldn't mind seeing a Kandushi victory here. If it can't be Spear, might as well be Rob. I'm magnanimous that way. So we're making up a little bit on Johnny, but again, like I said, not going to be enough unless he does something. Come on, Spear. You really shouldn't pump the accelerator like that. One of the things I learned from watching race instructors on YouTube: be more smooth with your pedal inputs. It doesn't. I don't always follow what they say, but I try. You know, you do have to be able to do the things they say to do. Not everybody can. Yee. See, I'm just getting a couple tenths on Johnny each lap. That's not enough.
1 minute 38.455.
No, now I'm going to lose those tenths because that was horrible. In my effort to go a little bit faster, I went a little bit more horrible. Whew. Oh! No! All right. So there's a limit to how much you should push it. You should not try to carry the extra speed. Wow. Yeah, that was scary. Yeah, we've lost half a second, Johnny. This lap is just horrible. First T1, then a curve, and then in the carousel there. I wanted to see if I could just push a little bit more speed in there to close up the gap. And nope. That's why people are like, dude, just go faster, take more chances. I'm like, I can't do it. Take more chances and bad things happen. Yeah, it was a bad one.
1 minute 39.605.
Yeah, that was 1.2 slower than the lap before. Had it just been the same as the lap before, I'd be within 2.2 seconds of him now. Okay, so yeah, the car is definitely now broken. There's something seriously wrong with the car. And I'm very scared to take it on the carousel here. Because it should not have done that. I'm not pushing. That's it. I don't know what happened, but something has happened. And the car is in fast turns. It appears to it is something's. It's not handling right. I don't know if it's tires or what have you. But now it's got me scared. Because bringing it home in P9 is a lot better than just being a tiny bit closer to P8. Throwing them down early. Yeah, see that? Yeah. That one I was going to lose it there too. So.
1 minute 39.6. Coming to 5 to go.
Yeah, it's a real shame. It is a real shame. Oh, come on. See, I have no more confidence to drive like I'm supposed to drive. 2 straight 39.6s, I would have been right up on Johnny, but I can't do it anymore.
Any help you can get us there, big girl? Working on it, boss.
Benjamin obviously is going to let us through, but I would prefer. Well, he's not even at our speed, and we're going really slowly, so. Oh, I wish they would. Well, I don't, but I do. I wish I knew what was wrong with the car. Or maybe at the end of the race they could tell you what's wrong with the car. That would be helpful. You know, some kind of debrief. Floor damaged, wing damaged, tires too hot. You know, anything like that. Just kind of coasting through there. I was trying to read his wing, but I couldn't read it. Yeah, see, we're just staying away from that curve now. And oh, come on. Yes. Slight lift through there. You can tell that green bar over there on the left, and that is not going full like it used to. Johnny really, man, that's a shame too, because even though I'm putting in all these 39s, Johnny is still not very far ahead. I feel like he's not doing very well either. Which maybe it's a tire issue. Maybe the tires have just had enough. What happened to P10? P10 was not that far behind, and he got caught by Alessandro, I guess. Yeah, I guess he was 30-something seconds behind. Oh well. 3 to go.
1 minute 39.313.
This is gonna feel good just to bring it home. I mean, P9. I'm happy with P9. I'm car number 12, so definitely happy with P9. Really wanted the top 10 this race. We got the top 10. Was hoping for a little bit more with Johnny, or at least, oh boy, at least to be closer to him. But with this latest problem, we can't really do that. Battle through these problems to bring it home will also be a good feeling. People sometimes wonder why they see other people driving with a broken car in practice. It can be good practice to be able to, because your car is not always going to feel the same. You know, you get damaged during the race. You've got to learn how to be flexible and how to drive with a car that's not 100%. Naturally, it's gonna be different every time. It's gonna no two accidents are gonna cause the same exact damage, but being able to control a faulty car is a good ability to have. Man, I think it might just be tires. I don't know. The problem is if I look at it and I can't see anything, and I look at the tires and they don't seem wrong, do I just assume floor damage? You can't see floor damage. But I'm sure other people went over those curbs, just like I did. So we got the 1X, just the 1X we got in the carousel when we were pushing to try to catch Johnny. Other than that, it's been clean. Got several overtakes. Pretty good. Rob's falling back of Alessandro now. 3 seconds. So it looks like Rob's going to be P2.
Bring it around and pit this time. Try not to slide your tires. Get your brake pretty needle to get in here. 1 minute 39.5.
I'll try to put a link to Kenduchi's race video, as I normally do. Normally when I post mine, if he's put his up as well, I'll in the end credits on the ending page, you'll see a link to his video. Whew. I try to put those up if he's got a video I can link to. If you got two screens, you can sync them up. Start them right when they both go green, and you can see us both driving at the same time. I do that a lot on Twitch. All right, nobody crashed on the line. Actually, after those two freebies, Robert and Adnan, the top 9, I guess, all stayed the same. Oh no, we lost Benjamin, didn't we? I mean, he was ahead of us still when we did that. All right, well, there you go. We're not going to take the lap around this time. P9.
Alright, man, that's it.
That is it. Is that it? You're not going to read that line?
For whatever it's worth, man, you did a fantastic job today, bud.
There you go.
You brought your work clothes, man, and you drove your ass off.
Thank you very much. Hey, that's what I like. I like a spotter who's a nice guy. Woohoo! P9. 1x. Can't complain about that. Kenduchi P2 by 1.6 seconds. It was a fun race. Now let's check out the car to see if we can tell anything from looking at it. All right, so we got the wing looks fine. All the wings look fine. The side pods look fine. Let's look at the pressures. Oh, the pressures. Okay, so no. Yeah. Okay, so this is too hot, and that's borderline. I would have wanted them more like these. All right, so the pressures were a little bit too hot in the front. Actually, so that no, it felt like I was kind of losing it in the rear as I was. Felt like the rear was coming around on me. It's hard to say what exactly. I'll look more into that and see what we've got. See what kind of information we got. All right. Time for the Muppet Mayhem. Boy, it was Muppet Mayhem. Let's now watch this from my point of view. Right ahead here. This car right in front of me, and then the car behind me. Didn't go. It's too slow. I was like, all right. And then I got behind this Lotus. I was like, all right, I'll just tuck in behind this Lotus, and we'll be fine. And then he stopped in turn 1. I'm like, oh, don't go. Oh, the guy in front of him was stopping. That was weird. So I didn't even see that. I didn't see that green car. I don't know if you even saw that green car. At the time, I didn't. I didn't see this green one out here, number 17. I was worried about this Lotus in front of me and why he was so slow. But he was so slow because of this green car, which I didn't even see. I wouldn't have made it 3 wide at turn 1 like that. Cool. Oh, well, that was fun, though. There you go. Steve Sarles, what happened to Steve? Might have had a moment here. Probably went too wide. Got in a curb. Who knows? We're going to see a lot of people in the T1 here. Oh, okay. We were right behind that. Yeah, we were right behind that. Poor John got punted, and that's when I didn't want to be in front of that yellow car because he had just punted the person behind him. Massimino. And Massimino loses. Oh. And there's the Lotus, the number 18, losing it there. That's where we lost it yesterday, where everybody was losing it yesterday. Oh! Oh! Tough luck, Roberto. Things are happening. Oh! Is that Adnan? No, that's Masson. But Masson, I think it was Robert behind him. Masson got punted, but Masson stayed in the race. He did well at the end. I think he might have been top 5. Johnny Mac. That last corner there is a killer coming out of the boot. Curbs. Don't hit the curbs. The curbs will upset your car. Yep. Herbert, this was the guy who was behind me and I was afraid of because he punted the other. Oh, that's it for Herbert. Well, he did come out later, but it was all over. Masson again. Oh, that's where. Oh, that's what happened. So Masson continues, but that's where Adnan and Robert, I think, got it. No, this is only lap 9. Is that? Who are these guys? Yeah, Robert and Adnan. Yeah, that's where they got it. Right here. Let's rewind it a little bit more. Masson is in the middle there, the cannon. So really, I don't know who. I'm going to guess it's Masson thing. He hit Robert, spun Robert. Adnan had nowhere to go, and Masson continued. Masson finished P5, I think. Yep, he finished P5. We saw that yesterday. Where people who cause the trouble, they get away with it, and then they... Oh, there's Rob and Alessandro. Woo! Let's see that again. That's Rob in the lead. Look at the things I'm missing when I'm racing instead of watching. Oh! Yeah. Rob cuts in there and gives a little bump to Alessandro. Oh, Alessandro's coming in late. Nice. Look at those guys battling. You guys got to watch Kenjuchi's video on this one. This is going to be a good video. He finished second, but looks like he had a great race. Benjamin's in the pits. Oh boy. That's not the way. That's Jesus. Ooh, Jesus. That could have been trouble. He finished P7. Someone, my relative. There's me. Oh, this is me into the carousel here. That's where I lost it and went up on the curb. The rear just seemed to come out. Rob again. Oh, curves. That's what I was doing. And grass. Those curbs are hurt you. And that's it. It was relatively clean after that, but yeah, that was a really fun race. I'm pretty happy with that. P9 for Spear. Where am I? Car number 12. Finished well, started 17th up to 9th. We were 18th at the end of the race, so happy with that. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit this S or one of these other videos. As I said, I hope one of these is a Kenjuchi video or something else you might want to watch. Join me again next time. This has been iRacing with the Spear, Lotus 79. Thanks for watching.